you guys, today we're taking your taste buds on a wild safari into the heart of South Africa. So buckle up because we're about to explore a dish that's not just delicious but also a celebration of South African culture. Get ready for a mouth-watering adventure with our South African Souttert recipe. I'm super excited to share this with you all. Souttert, it's like a delicious bridge connecting generations in South Africa. Picture a dish that's a dance of local ingredients, a celebration of flavors that make your taste buds groove to the rhythm of South Africa. Today, we're not just making food. We're cooking up a piece of South African tradition right in your kitchen. Now, before we reveal the secrets of Souttert, let me ask you something. Ever dreamt of taking your taste buds on a trip around the world? Well, guess what? Today's your lucky day. Get ready to bring the soulful taste of South Africa into your own kitchen. It's going to be delicious, easy, and a whole lot of fun for you all. All right, let's kick things off with our list of ingredients. We'll start with a slice of white bread cut into pieces. Next up, 125 milliliters of milk, 1 onion. Next, crack open 4 large eggs and 250 grams of cheese. For additional flavor, feel free to add the following optional ingredients: 250 grams of bacon, cut into bite-sized pieces and fried until crispy. 200 grams of sliced ham. So to elevate the flavor profile and introduce a delightful element of bite-sized indulgence, you might want to consider adding 200 grams of mini cocktail franks to your culinary masterpiece. These little sausages bring a savory, succulent touch to the dish, creating a delightful contrast in texture. To infuse a burst of briny and tangy goodness, add a tablespoon of capers to your recipe. These tiny pickled flower buds will bring a delightful pop of flavor, balancing out the richness of the other ingredients. For an explosion of well-balanced flavors, let's enhance the dish with a teaspoon each of garlic flakes, baking powder, parsley, mustard, salt, and pepper. Okay guys, let's cook. Start by pouring the milk over the bread and let it soak for 10 minutes. This helps the bread absorb the milk, making it moist and flavorful for what comes next. Next up, grab a food processor. Cut the onion into quarters and add it to the bowl together with the bread mixture. Add the mustard to the food processor. The mustard will add a nice tangy flavor. Next, sprinkle in the garlic flakes. The garlic will provide an aromatic flavor. Be sure to add a good amount of parsley as well. The parsley will give it some nice herbal notes. Don't forget to also include the baking powder. The baking powder helps with rising and getting a light texture. Make sure to season it with some salt and ground black pepper too. The salt and pepper are key for bringing out the flavors. Okay, now that the mustard, garlic flakes, parsley, baking powder, salt, and pepper are all in there, put the lid securely on the food processor to close it up. Please turn on the food processor and blend all those ingredients together until they form a uniform, consistent mixture. Once it's well blended, open up the lid and add the 4 eggs directly into the bowl and give it a final blitz. After blending with the eggs to achieve a smooth mixture, open up that food processor lid again. Now add the secret ingredient, a chopped tomato. Add it to the food processor on top of the mixture already in there. The chopped tomato will add some nice texture and enhance the flavor profile with its fresh tomato taste. Our blended concoction is ready for the next steps of the recipe. All right, we're ready for the next steps here. Go ahead and grab a clean mixing bowl and tip the blended mixture from the food processor into it. To this bowl, add the sliced ham, which will contribute some saltiness. Also, throw in the fried bacon and mini franks. And for some extra flavor, add 200 grams of corned beef, which adds a wonderful savory beefiness as well as moisture. Don't forget the capers too. Using a spatula, fold everything together, mixing thoroughly until the meats and capers are evenly distributed and combined into the mix from the food processor. Now, for extra rich decadence, mix in the cheese. Be sure to get it fully incorporated. The last step is to grab an oven-safe baking dish that you've prepared and scrape and pour your cheesy, meaty mixture from the mixing bowl into it. Smooth the top neatly with your spatula and it's ready for the oven. For a beautiful finishing touch on your Souttert, go ahead and take a generous handful of shredded cheese. Sprinkle the cheese evenly over the entire surface of the tart, covering it. This will melt into a lovely cheesy crust while baking. Next, slice up a tomato. Arrange the tomato slices decoratively on top of the cheese in an overlapping circular pattern or down the center. Not only will they look beautiful, but the tomatoes will roast slightly, adding more bright flavor. Finally, garnish with some dried parsley leaves over the top for a pop of color and freshness. Season lightly with some salt and pepper as well. There you have it. Our impressive savory tart creation is all set to slide into the hot oven. Those finishing touches of cheese, sliced tomatoes, herbs, and seasoning will look stunning and taste incredible once baked up. We're ready for the home stretch. Baking this beautiful tart, carefully pick up the tart pan and gently place it on the center rack in your preheated 180°C oven. Close the oven door securely. Keep an eye on it through the oven door as it bakes. After about 30 minutes, you may want to tent the top lightly with foil if the cheese starts getting too brown. Once the full 40 minutes are complete, open the hot oven and carefully retrieve the tart pan. The filling should be just set and the top nice and browned. The aroma filling your kitchen right now must be amazing. Let the tart pan rest on a wire rack for at least 15 minutes before slicing into perfect wedges and serving this delicious masterpiece you created from scratch. To wait while it cools is torture, but well worth taking time to allow the flavors to settle. Enjoy showing off the final results of all your hard work. I'd love to know how the tart turns out for you. Well, that's a wrap, my friends. I hope you enjoyed going on this tasty journey with me to create this incredible Souttert tart from scratch. Let me know in the comments what savory tarts you might try baking next. I appreciate each and every one of you taking time out of your day to watch. If you haven't already, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you never miss new recipes. Stay happy, stay healthy, and keep enjoying good food.